Welcome to the Dhamma podcast. The video that follows is a documentary of Vipassana centers throughout the world and is titled Islands of Dhamma. This video was produced in 1995 when there were approximately 30 centers throughout the world. Today there are well over 100, including more than 50 in India alone. This podcast will be updated monthly with additional archives from Goenkaji's talks and question and answer sessions, as well as other speakers discussing various aspects of Vipassana meditation. This podcast is sponsored by Pariyatti, a non-profit publisher that offers written, audio, and video content, and whose mission is to enrich the world by disseminating the words of the Buddha, providing sustenance for the seeker's journey, and illuminating the meditator's path. For more information regarding Pariyatti, please go to www.pariyatti.org. That is www.pariyatti.org. For more information on Vipassana meditation as taught by Goenka, please see www.dhamma.org. That is www.dhamma.org.
In a wide valley surrounded by jagged mountains, Dhammagiri's golden spire soars above a tree-covered hill. This is the site of the Vipassana International Academy, the first and main center for Vipassana meditation, as taught by Goenka in the tradition of Sayagyi U Bakin. The property covers 65 acres of land on the edge of the town of Igatpuri, which is 3 hours by train from Bombay. Since it was established in 1976, Dhammagiri's activities have grown many-fold, and the center has blossomed. Dhammagiri has comfortable accommodation for at least 600 students in areas segregated for men and women. There is also a separate accommodation block for monks who come to attend courses. A large modern kitchen prepares tasty Indian vegetarian meals. These are served in separate dining rooms for men and women. The meditation complex stands on the highest part of the site, the Shantipata, or Plateau of Peace. This is crowned by a large pagoda, which is a replica of the famous Shwedagon pagoda in Myanmar. The pagoda is a hollow structure containing 400 cells for individual meditation, arranged in concentric rings. Adjacent to the pagoda is a hall with a capacity for 300 meditators. A second hall can seat over 400 students. Other halls offer foreign language discourses and group sittings for Dhamma workers. The various halls allow different courses to be held simultaneously. Apart from ongoing 10-day retreats, longer courses are periodically offered for more advanced students. Also popular are courses for children. Entire classes come to participate in the 3-day training. Alongside the meditation campus is the Vipassana Research Institute, which conducts research into the theory and practice of Vipassana meditation. The Institute has undertaken the monumental task of publishing the entire Pali Tipitaka, the literature which records the Buddha's actual words. Every winter, Dhammagiri hosts an international conference in which assistant teachers and Dhamma workers meet to share experiences and coordinate work around the world. As he has done for 30 years, S.N. Goenka continues to give his guidance to the work, to individual students, and to the development of Dhammagiri. The Vipassana International Academy is an exceptional facility where thousands are benefiting from the practice of Vipassana, preserved in its pure form. Dhammatali occupies 4 acres of forest land in a hidden valley on the outskirts of Jaipur. The center is not far from the Galta Temple, a famous tourist spot, but it is in a secluded area ideal for meditation. Near the main gate of the campus is an office block in which course registration takes place. Men and women have well-separated compounds. Stone pathways link the different buildings. Accommodation is provided in single or double occupancy cottages, some with attached bathrooms. The dining hall and kitchen are located near the main gate. Rajasthani-style vegetarian meals are served. Through the gardens, colorful peacocks stroll, and many animals visit the site regularly. The center offers regular 10-day courses, as well as special and longer courses. The meditation complex consists of a pagoda, the teacher's residence, and 3 meditation halls. One hall can seat 150 students. A larger underground new hall can seat over 300 students. The 3-story pagoda has 160 meditation cells. The 8 cells on the top floor are surrounded by a spacious arched veranda. The pagoda is a graceful blend of Burmese and Rajasthani architecture, a symbolic expression of India's gratitude to Myanmar for preserving the technique of Vipassana in its pristine purity. Dhammaketta is situated on the outskirts of the city of Hyderabad in central India. Lush gardens cover the 6 acres of land, and stately trees line the main walkway linking the various buildings. The residential quarters can accommodate 230 students. Between the male and female compounds is the dining hall complex, with 2 separate dining halls, as well as the kitchen and the main office. The large meditation hall can seat 350 students. It was carefully designed to provide muted light, plenty of ventilation, and insulation from heat and noise. Next to the hall is the pagoda building, designed in Burmese style, with 72 meditation cells in 3 concentric rings. The center was inaugurated in 1976 by Mr. Goenka, who planted a sapling of the Bodhgaya Bodhi tree on the site. Since then, the sapling has flourished, and so has Dhammaketta. Dhamma Ganga was named for its scenic location on the banks of the Ganges River, close to the city of Calcutta. The property was formerly the residence and office of a businessman. Local meditators purchased it in 1988 as the site for the first center in eastern India. The large two-story building is over 100 years old and can easily accommodate 50 students. The dining facilities are on the ground floor, with dormitories above. The meditation hall is on the upper floor. Within the walled compound is a large garden which provides walking areas for men and women. Like the ancient river flowing past the property, here the Dhamma flows in its age-old course, leading to liberation. Dhamma Sindhu is situated in the far western part of India near the village of Bada, 3 kilometers inland from the Arabian Sea. The nearest town, Mandvi, is famous for its picturesque fishing harbor. The property consists of 35 acres of land previously undeveloped. Cooling sea breezes keep the climate temperate. The center is spacious and can easily accommodate more than 100 students. From the male and female dining halls, paths lead to the accommodation areas. There are dormitories and double rooms, all with attached bathrooms. The meditation hall stands on a higher, flat plateau, with extensive walking areas behind it. In 1993, construction work began on a 3-story pagoda. The completed first phase has 185 cells. The center is in a quiet, attractive location. A large reservoir borders the site, and peaceful rural scenes surround it. Dhamma Tihar is located inside jail number 4 of the Tihar jail complex, one of the largest prisons in Asia. It was established in 1994 after a Vipassana course for 1,000 inmates, the largest in modern times, was conducted in the jail by Mr. Goenka and his assistants. 2 10-day courses are held each month in a special ward, designated solely for Vipassana. The participants are inmates from all parts of the jail. They occupy 2 prison cell blocks and wash and exercise in a walled courtyard. The main building houses the dining room and meditation hall. The participants come from a prison population where about 90% are awaiting trial, and 10% have been convicted of serious crimes such as murder, armed robbery, rape, drug dealing, and terrorism. Of the many reforms being carried out in Tihar prison, Vipassana meditation is unique. Research has indicated many positive changes in the thousands of inmates who have already taken a course. The Nepal center, Dharma Shringa, is located in the foothills of the Himalayas overlooking the Kathmandu Valley. Course participants first register in an office in Kathmandu. A chartered bus then takes them to the center. The property covers nearly 4 acres. To the north, it is bordered by a wildlife reserve. An abundant water supply nourishes the gardens, where flowers bloom throughout the year. A variety of buildings serve for residences, ranging from dormitories to single rooms. The center can accommodate about 250 people. The dining halls and kitchen are in the lower part of the site. Nepali-style vegetarian meals are served during courses. A network of paths and stairways lead to the meditation hall in the middle part of the site. On an upper level stand the teacher's residence and a semicircular building containing 25 meditation cells. Recently, a separate complex was built for long and special courses, complete with accommodation and meditation facilities. The secluded setting draws meditators today, just as in ancient times this Himalayan region has attracted people seeking inner peace. Dhamma in Massachusetts was the first Vipassana center in this tradition to be established in America in 1982. The center is located in a quiet corner of rural New England, a few hours by car from New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, and Montreal. The property stands on meadowland backed by wooded hills. The original building has foundations 2 centuries old. Today it is used as sleeping accommodation for women course participants. What was a double garage has been converted to a course kitchen. Here volunteers prepare the morning and midday meals and the evening snack. A newer wing of the main house contains a dining hall and male accommodation. Outside are separate walking areas where meditators can exercise. From the residential area, walkways run up to the meditation hall. The hall can seat up to 200 people.
At least for 10 days, you live the life of stainless cedar, perfectly pure cedar. This will go to your credit to develop your karma.
Behind the meditation hall, half surrounded by the woods, is the pagoda complex, with 65 individual cells plus a small hall. This is where older students meditate during a 10-day course or one of the longer courses. Nearby is an area where old students can stay in tents, giving them greater privacy. Many meditators have settled nearby and help with the ongoing work of courses and construction. The Northwest Vipassana Center stands amid farmland near the foothills of the Cascade Mountains. At times you can see the snow-capped peaks of Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens. The site is midway between the cities of Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington. It attracts people from Western Canada as well. The spacious modern house needed little remodeling to handle courses for 40 students. The building contains separate dormitories for men and women. It also has a kitchen and dining area, and a hall for meditation. Much of the property is cleared, but there are also orchards and groves of tall evergreen trees sheltering many species of birds and plants. Only 45 minutes from Dallas, Texas, is the Southwest Vipassana Meditation Center. The 20-acre property is in a very quiet location surrounded by farmland. The fully air-conditioned building can accommodate up to 50 students. It was constructed to be a luxury family home with all the modern comforts, but it lends itself equally well to the simple way of life of people practicing intensive meditation. The center offers courses in English as well as other languages. This is for the benefit of the large East Indian and Spanish-speaking population in the southwest part of the United States. Located a few hours' drive from the cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles, in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The closest town, North Fork, is the geographic center of California. A short distance to the north is Yosemite Park, one of America's most beautiful natural sights. The center covers over 100 acres of land. Within this area are meadows, woodlands, and a large pond. Nature has suffered little disturbance here, and there is a wealth of wildlife. The property was formerly a children's camp, and it was easy to adapt the buildings to meditation purposes. A new meditation hall has been constructed with a capacity of up to 170 students. Another building contains the kitchen and the women's dining room. A barn has been converted into offices and men's dining hall on the ground floor, with male accommodation above. Courses in Khmer are also given at the center to serve the many Cambodians who have settled in California since the 1970s. Dhamma Mahi was the first Vipassana center to be established in Europe in 1988. The property lies in rolling countryside, close to the village of Villiers-Saint-Benoît. Woods protect the buildings on two sides. A lane of lime trees screens the front of the site. The main building has two symmetrical wings, allowing good segregation of men and women. In the central part of the building, between the residential wings, is a large kitchen and dining rooms. A small flat on the upper floor accommodates the teachers. Also in the main building is a meditation hall, seating 80 students. A second, smaller hall allows the center to offer concurrent courses in different languages. In a nearby building are 30 meditation cells where old students can work without any disturbance. Long and special courses for old students are held as well each year. Short courses designed especially for children are also given here. On the schedule are meditation sessions, games and creative activities. The site is 2 to 3 hours traveling time from Paris. The central location draws students from all parts of Western Europe and beyond. Dhamma is set in the gently rolling hills of the Wye River Valley in the county of Herefordshire in western England. This is an area known for the deep red colour of its fertile soil, for its apple orchards and homely villages, and above all for its air of peace. At the same time, it is easily accessible from London and other population centres. The property was originally a farm, and the main house dates back to the 18th century. Existing buildings have been converted to provide separate dormitories for men and women. Another building serves as the kitchen and dining block. In all, the center has a capacity of 65 students. For meditation, there is a main hall, a second smaller hall, and provision for 30 meditation cells. Many trees have been planted on the surrounding land. The resulting forest will make this a true island of peace. Dhamma overlooks Bad Herrenalb, a South German resort town known for its clear water and good air. The site is close to the city of Karlsruhe, as well as the French and Swiss borders. Centuries ago, this vast forest area attracted people wishing to follow the monastic life. Formerly a hotel, the building dates back to the 18th century. A newer wing was built in the 1970s. The facility comfortably accommodates 90 people. There are separate floors for men and women. Most of the rooms have 3 or 4 beds with attached bathrooms, as well as balconies. On the ground floor are a kitchen and 2 separate dining halls. The meditation hall is in the older wing. A set of terraces and stairs in the back of the building provide areas for walking and exercise. Dhamma is located close to a sandstone cliff near the peaceful town of Blackheath, a 2-hour drive from Sydney. This was one of the first centres to be established outside India. It is set in natural bushland with dramatic views of the Blue Mountains. All the buildings on the site were designed and constructed specifically for meditation purposes. The center has room for more than 100 students in a variety of accommodations ranging from dormitories to single rooms. The dining halls are on the second floor of the entrance building and command magnificent views of the mountains. Next to the dining halls is a large modern kitchen. Elevated walkways and wide verandas link the main facilities to the meditation hall, which can seat up to 150 students. Courses up to 30 days are offered on a regular basis. Standing on higher land is the pagoda containing 36 meditation cells. The architecture has been adapted to conform to local style, but the basic design remains the same: concentric rings of cells with the teacher cell in the center. The original raw bushland has been landscaped to create ponds, paths, and gardens. There are many areas for exercise and rest within an appealing, delightful environment for meditation. The Queensland Vipassana Centre is located 2 hours north of Brisbane, near the small town of Pomona. A volcanic peak, the local landmark, dominates the skyline. The area lies in the tropics and is famous for its sunshine, rainforests and lush vegetation. The centre covers 60 acres of gently sloping land. 1 or 2 courses are held here each month. Accommodation is provided in wooden cabins. Some students choose to stay in tents. A new building complex contains the kitchen, dining halls and offices. The meditation hall is a high-ceilinged octagonal structure and can seat up to 200 students. The buildings are set in the midst of meadows, woods and ponds, which provide pleasant areas for walking. A growing number of students have settled in the area and visit the centre regularly to help with management and maintenance. Other frequent visitors is a family of kangaroos living in the eucalyptus forest nearby. Dhamma Medini is located in a quiet rural area within an hour's drive northwest of Auckland. The property encompasses a valley with steep ridges and lowland. Native bush covers most of the land, but there are some cleared areas. About 25 courses were held on the site using rudimentary facilities prior to the construction of the 2-story house. Eventually, the building will serve as a kitchen and dining complex, but at present it is being used for multiple purposes. Accommodation is on the lower level. On the second floor are a kitchen and a divided dining room. Also on the second floor is the meditation hall. At present, the centre has a capacity of 60 students. Future construction stages will include a separate meditation hall and accommodation on the slopes above the existing house. The meditators can enjoy the peaceful environment of the subtropical rainforest as they wind their way along the connecting pathways. The Japan Vipassana Center is located near a small village 2 hours' journey from the large population centers of Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe. The center lies in a narrow, secluded valley surrounded by wooded hillsides. An international group of meditators built the facilities for 70 students. A chalet-style building serves as an office and teacher's residence. Next to it is the dining complex with separate dining halls and a large modern kitchen. Meals are based on traditional Japanese recipes. A large two-story cedar-clad building houses the meditation and accommodation facilities. On the first floor are various rooms, mostly for new students. On the second floor are old students' accommodation and a spacious meditation hall. In the back of the site is a large Japanese-style garden. Land is very expensive in Japan, and so the site is quite compact, but landscaping helps to create an attractive, spacious feeling. The Sri Lankan Vipassana Center is close to the old capital of Kandy. This country received the Buddha's teaching more than 2,000 years ago and is called the Island of Dhamma. The center is nestled on a mountain range overlooking an area of great scenic beauty. On a clear day, one can see the famous Adam's Peak. The center was once a tea plantation, and the land has been terraced. Since its purchase in 1991, many trees have been planted, and facilities have been built for 200 students. An open dining hall overlooks the valley below. A large octagonal hall serves for meditation. Above the center buildings stands a traditional stupa, or chacha. It enshrines relics of the Buddha and reminds meditators of the goal to which they aspire: enlightenment, liberation of the mind from suffering. A quiet farming area 3 hours from Bangkok is home to Thailand's first Vipassana center. The land was previously used for growing rice and is surrounded by open fields, fruit orchards and bamboo plantations. The center has a well laid out symmetrical design. The architecture is in modern Thai style. The entrance building is a large, multifunctional structure used as an office, workers' quarters, and a dining hall. There are 2 residential blocks, each divided into 3 wings. The center can accommodate up to 90 students. In 1998, a new pagoda complex was inaugurated. 48 meditation cells and a spacious new Dhamma hall are now in use, with plans for an additional 80 cells. The buildings lie in the midst of a large garden with areas for walking and relaxation. To prevent flooding, a canal was dug around the property's perimeter. Now it is filled with lotus flowers, in keeping with the center's name, Dhamma Kamala, Lotus of the Dhamma. Dhamma Jyoti is located in northern Yangon, a 10-minute walk from the famous Shwedagon Pagoda. The center consists of about 12 acres of land, bordered on 3 sides by a natural pond, an island of Dhamma within a land of Dhamma. A wooden footbridge links the gatehouse to the reception area. Accommodation is in 2 double-story wooden dormitories. For sleeping, students have traditional Burmese floor mats. 2 separate dining halls are located on the ground floor of the main building and serve vegetarian Burmese-style meals. Above the dining rooms is the meditation hall, lined with shaded porches on both sides. The spacious hall can seat up to 180 people. The center's name, Dhamma Jyoti, means light of Dhamma, a light that Myanmar has kept shining through countless generations. Today, this light shines from over 50 Vipassana centers around the world.